All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well, will not this truth from, and salutations out there to the hopeful elect. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, I have an article from Soy Carmen. It says, U.S. teens ordered to sign up to military within days of turning 18 as global tensions flares. And right there, man, that just shows you the vibration upon the planet Earth. It's war. But again, now it's affecting these YNs, man. These niggers, especially, down here down south in Birmingham, Alabama. Really, man, everybody around here carry a strap. At any moment, it can be a shootout. And even then, you can be sleeping in your bed and a nigga can have on target practice in his backyard. But guess what? The Lord is finna get ready to let you guys fulfill you guys' desires, man. You guys love to rap about shooting people. Y'all love the culture of NBA YoungBoy and death. Ultimately, that's what the Lord's going to feed y'all too. And again, even for the people, because you can say, well, really they been doing this, the selective service. But even then, if you have FAFSA, if you in college, you in your third year getting your degree, you automatically sign up for the draft, man. So again, all these people is finna get ready to go over there to World War III and never return. This is not the time to get into the military and get benefits. No, this is the time to get right with the Lord. Let's go ahead and read a little bit of this. It says, imagine you just blew out the candles on your 18th birthday. You're probably thinking about college, your first real job, or finally being able to vote. But then a letter arrives in the mail. It's a reminder that adulthood comes with a very specific and suddenly very serious federal requirement. With everything going on in the world right now, there's a lot to process. The selective service is basically the government backup plan. And that's what it is, man. And over there in Iran, you can see that people are beginning to drop like flies. The first batch that died was Jake. The second batch was Edomites, and that number is only going to increase. A lot of you people are going over there to really die for nothing, Let's go ahead and read a little bit more. It says, while there hasn't been an official draft in over 50 years, the law says that almost all male citizens and immigrants between 18 and 25 have to register. It's one of those things most of us forget about until the news start looking a bit scary. Yeah, so people are automatically signed up for it, especially if you have FAFSA, man. And that's like the money they give you for college and things like that. You thought you was going to go and get your degree, but ultimately you're going to get your degree in World War III, man. In weaponry. And it's not like they're going to train you and you're going to have to go through the same thing. You're going to go through boot camp at the National Guard and all of a sudden, no, man. They're just going to ship you guys out there. Niggas obsessed with Call of Duty. Niggas are obsessed with the ways of this world. And really, what it is, you guys are obsessed with Esau culture. Because Esau, he the first one to really start about bragging about killing people, man. And not just killing people, but putting in a song, And all of a sudden, that's a hit record. Let's read a little bit more. Recently, the tensions between Iran and Israel has set off a wave of World War III. Talk on social media. And again, why these YNs, y'all niggas, they don't know. Because ultimately, you get your news from social media, man. All of a sudden, the things it got so dramatic. Now, world star hip hop have to touch on the tensions that's going on in the Middle East, because everybody's attention is going towards prophecy. But our mind been on the Lord, man. You other people was just distracted with the ways of this world, man. You guys are just getting on point, But through your absence, your lack of listening before it got bad, guess what? Your reward is going to be going to the draft, man. Because, everybody heard this word. And 9 times out of 10, the ones that rejected is going to be the ones that get sent off there. Some of them. Because the Lord got plenty of ways to put these people down. Let's read a little bit more. It says, While missiles start flying overseas, people start looking at the registration requirement with a lot more anxiety. It feels different when the headlines aren't just abstract politics, but involve actual global conflicts that could, in a worst case scenario, require more boots on the ground. And it is. It is, man. Even it's going to be like a wave of people that's going to die, and you're not going to return. Even for the people, because I knew a girl, she was in the National Guard, and those are the most lazy and lackluster people upon the planet Earth. In a warrior's case, because again, these people think they're just going to collect their benefits. It's no, that's going to be the first shipment of people getting knocked down. You got to realize, man, these Russians, the Chinese and the Iranians, especially some of the countries in Eastern Europe, it's not you work out 2 weeks. No, it's people working out every day, man, because they know they fight for their country, man. And really, to be honest, nobody want to fight for America, because the bullshit this guy have been pushing forth throughout the four corners of our land. But guess what? The Lord is going to force you people to fight. You was fear, and yet you durst fight. Because even then, for the guys who's in the Air Force / Space Force, you guys are going to try to fight against Yahweh Shai. But just not to digress, going back on these people getting drafted, man. Because you would have never thought that the Lord was going to call your number, man. You never thought that you was going to really be in the real life Call of Duty. You never thought that. But guess what? The Lord is going to give you guys y'all desires. You love talking about killing niggas on lean. You know what I'm saying? You love playing Call of Duty. You love walking around with guns and having this switch on you. 2-3 whatever, 237 whatever, AK-47 and things like that. You love these things. You're obsessed with guns. And you get all these things from Esau. This is why Scripture say you are your father, the devil. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that. This is the book of St. John, chapter 8. I'm going to jump down to verse 44. It says, yeah, ye are of your father, the devil. Yes. Because you didn't get this from Yahweh Shai. Now you got this characteristics from Esau, from growing up in Babylon the Great, from eating Cheetos and Fruit Loops. That's why niggas act this way, man. On top of the game on, Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, in the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. That's that black on black crime. Who the one that gives Jake these weapons? Esau Edom. But guess what? It's Jake who try to make murdering cool. Ain't nothing wrong with you killing somebody for righteousness' sake, but murdering somebody is totally different. Niggas get put to death over a piece of candy. Niggas die for worse, man. We already know niggas always die because of women. Niggas died over drugs and things like that. Guess what? Esau is the one that's pushing forth this vibration unto you. And the Lord is going to let you guys fulfill y'all lust of bloodshed. You want to catch a body? Niggas are obsessed with, I got 5 hats. Like that's something to brag about, man. But guess what? The Lord's going to give you a due reward. Read this again. It says, in the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So again, this off perverse spirit, these Jakes, aka these YNs, guess what? The Lord is finna get ready to let you fulfill your lust, man. By shooting people if you don't get shot first, because it's not, again, I believe when niggas touch down, bullets just gonna be flying. You ain't gonna touch down at the base first. Now they just gonna send you out there to the battlefield, and rightfully so. You love America so much, the Lord is gonna make you fight for America with a chip in your hand. And ain't no telling what type of referee that these people are gonna pull out. They'll probably give you a AK-47 of a level, but niggas might be shooting laser beams out there. We never know. But at the same time, it just shows you that the vibration upon the planet Earth is serious. And things, these different laws Again, what's that law called? The selective service law have always been there, man. Especially if you signed up for college and things like that, your name automatically be drawn in. But the people don't realize how serious it is, like it says in the article, until it's right there in your face, man. You know? Let's go ahead and get another one. I'm just gonna make this video real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 30. Let's start at verse. Let's go and get to the point, verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands, the daughter shall mourn having no helpers. Yes, because a lot of men is finna get shipped off. They said from 18 to 25, and don't be surprised if teenagers sneak in there, man. Because that was a thing in World War II. Now, it was teenagers that was lying about their age and things like that. Their parents are lying about their age and things like that. Or Esau will lie about their age and things like that just so they can fight in a war. There been guys that been 16, 15, 14 years old that was in World War I and World War II. Imagine how it's going to be now. And again, the niggas now, Jake right now is at their worst state, man. This is the worst niggas ever upon the planet Earth right now, man. That's why the scripture say this generation shall not pass until all these things be fulfilled. And one of those things have to be fulfilled is niggas getting drafted to World War III. Let's continue on. It says, the women shall mourn having no husbands, their daughter shall mourn having no helpers. So it's not going to be no real man around. And it's a perfect example for Isaiah 4:1. And best believe, if it's a Moabite that need a brother like a brother like me to help out, guess what? A brother gonna do it. Because like Elder Apostle Hodges did a video, I think it was yesterday, about how we gonna pick our women, man. And we ain't just gonna pick Big Shirley just because she's black. We got to keep the black women. No, we got to keep the righteous and the ones that's willing to submit themselves under the order of the Most High. And it's crazy, man. How the heathen will submit himself into the Most High before you niggas do. And that's why you niggas getting drafted in World War III, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, Salakia, it says, in the wars shall the bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Read this again. In war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. So in World War III, during the draft, you niggas gonna get put down. And niggas already signed up when they're 18. At the inexperience, they're gonna go first. And then the guys that probably had a little bit of experience, they gonna go. Nigga did a tour in Iraq, he gonna go. Then now we gotta get the National Guard. Them niggas gonna go. And all of a sudden, Lil Ron gonna have to get on that plane, man. J Boo, the Aquarius, all these different people, ultimately who is not with Yahweh is going to get drafted in World War III and die there. And it says, and their husbands shall perish of famine. And the reason why these niggas gonna die here in these latter days, because that was a big thing during World War II too. For the lack of bread. Because instead of these people investing in the agriculture and feeding the people, guess what? They're investing in weaponry, man. So again, if you're not a part of that, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry, guess what? You're not going to be delivered. So yeah, I just pray that this video was edifying and give our praise and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakudash. I'm going to give double honors to my apostle, Elder Millstone, and Shalom.